What is critical oracy and literacy? And how does it connect to social justice and equity for learners? To begin, what is critical oracy? It's the ability to engage in thoughtful and analytical discussions. Students are able to express their ideas clearly and effectively. Students can critically evaluate the perspective of others. Critical oracy emphasizes reasoning, evidence-based debate, and the ability to skillfully maneuver complex conversations. There are 4 oracy strands and skill sets. The first is physical. This skill involves the ability to express and deliver optimally when orating, utilizing body language, voice, and eye contact to speak with fluency, precision, and impact. The second strand is linguistic. This skill involves the ability to organize and prioritize language and vocabulary that is appropriate for the context and adapted to suit the audience. It involves being able to speak with precision and nuance, utilizing a wide range of rhetorical techniques and language tools. The third is cognitive. This skill requires reasoning and evidence when speaking. The student must be able to construct logical arguments, to think critically, and to problem solve in the moment. And the fourth strand is social and emotional. This skill involves the ability to listen and respond. Interpersonal skills and emotional intelligence are necessary for students to be able to collaborate with peers and to listen and respond appropriately when doing discussions and debates. Moving on to critical literacy. What is critical literacy? Critical literacy is the ability to critically analyze and evaluate the meaning of text as they relate to topics such as equity, power, and social justice. It's the ability to be aware, responsive, and thoughtful to the text being presented. And it's a framework for teaching throughout the day and across the curriculum. There are 4 dimensions of critical literacy. The first is critical analysis. This dimension focuses on questioning the purpose of the text, the author's perspective, and the power dynamics involved. The reader needs to consider possible biases and hidden messages, as well as potentially excluded perspectives. The next dimension is social context. This dimension involves understanding the social, cultural, and historical context in which the text is produced and received. The reader must question how societal norms and values influence the text, and what historical events may have shaped its creation. It is important to recognize how texts are embedded within broader social and cultural frameworks. The next dimension is intertextuality. This dimension examines how texts relate to each other and how themes or ideas may be echoed across different texts. This dimension involves a more comprehensive understanding of how text can influence and reflect social norms. And the last dimension is empowerment. This dimension involves deriving insights from critical analyses of text and subsequently being empowered to effect social change. The empowerment dimension emphasizes the role of critical literacy in promoting social justice and encouraging active participation in addressing societal inequalities. Students are empowered to bring about positive change and social transformation. How does critical oracy and literacy connect to social justice and equity in teaching and learning? Students who learn to engage deeply with text and to articulate their thoughts are empowered to question perspectives, to analyze information, and to participate in active discourse, giving them the ability to advocate for who and what they believe in. Teaching these critical oracy and literacy skills equips the student with the knowledge, power, and agency to fight inequality and injustice when they see it. And students who learn critical oracy and literacy skills become more confident, experience better well-being, and are infinitely more employable, enabling them to face the world boldly and with purpose. How can I teach spelling to my ELL students? For my spelling activity, I chose the spelling chain game. For this activity, students sit in a circle and the teacher begins the chain with a word. Then the next student must spell a word that begins with the last letter of the previous word. For example, if the teacher says cat, the next student might say tiger, followed by run, then nose, and so on. This game builds vocabulary while reinforcing spelling patterns. Students make connections between word families and spelling rules in this game. Students have fun trying to make the longest word chains possible, sometimes competing with other classes. And the collaborative nature of the game makes it supportive and engaging. I can use this to teach art-specific vocabulary, which I really like. Until next time.